Looks like Mr. Donnie Moran putting one more coat of water down on the top side of the back straightaway. And we will be set for hot laps here in just a few minutes. Like we said, once again, thank you for everybody tuning in live on Apex Motoworks in the free preview, and everybody here on the grounds at Muskingum County Speedway for tonight's Lucas Oil Qualifier. As here we go, first group of drivers hitting the racetrack for hot laps. We'll see the L19 of Larry Holbrook. In the L19, a longtime racer, former crate late model racer, jumping into the super late models. New Concord, Ohio's Caden Black is in the 57 car. And looks like we're just going to go 2 cars at a time here as Caden Black sees the green flag in that Mallet Concrete number 57 car. So Caden Black going to open things up, a time of 15.608, 1.5608 for the 57. Caden Black and Larry Holbrook, a 15.812, 1.5812 for Larry Holbrook. Next 2 drivers. First one picked up his first super late model win a couple weeks ago at the Midway Speedway in the 31. That is Lincoln Smith. And his dancing partner is going to be the driver out of Zanesville, Ohio in the 59 car of Tanner McLaughlin. Lincoln Smith looking real strong here in that pivotal propane 31 car. Like we said, picked up his first feature win at Midway just a few weeks ago. Tanner McLaughlin, no stranger in the super late models, been racing for a long time. His father, Shane, a longtime legend around these areas. First lap time for Lincoln Smith, a second quick at a 15.648, 1.5648. McLaughlin at 16.050. Second lap time for Lincoln Smith, better, and he goes to the top of the charts, 15.607 for the 31 of Lincoln Smith. Second lap time for Tanner McLaughlin, not quite as good. So McLaughlin going to go fourth quick at a 16.050. And Lincoln Smith now your quick qualifier, 15.607 for the young gun in the 31 car. Next 2 super late models getting set to hit the racetrack. Out of Reedsville, Ohio in the 32 car, that is going to be Chad Roush. Chad Roush in that white 32 car. His dancing partner is going to be the native out of Newark, Ohio in the 0, Mr. Stephen Prince. Chad Roush, a regular with the Ohio Valley Late Model Dirt Series in that 32 car. And Stephen Prince, longtime racer around these areas. No stranger to Muskingum County Speedway. I believe tonight will be his first appearance of the season here at Muskingum. Lap number 1 for Chad Roush. He'll go at 16.546, 1.6546. And opening lap time for Stephen Prince. Unknown. Possible transponder issues for the 0 of Stephen Prince. Second lap time for Chad Roush. Better at a 16.239, 1.6239 for Chad Roush. And we will get Stephen Prince's time here in just a few moments. Like I said, possibly having some transponder issues with the 0 of Prince. Next duo of cars on the racing surface out of Zanesville, Ohio in the 20 machine. It is Todd Brennan, and he's going to be joined by the 21G from Glendale, West Virginia, Gary Gellner, in the 21G. Todd Brennan been traveling around a little bit, doing a little bit of Hell Tour racing. Brennan looking to be this year's winner of the Lucas Oil Qualifier and get himself set up on what would be a huge night for him. Gary Gellner, one of the drivers, making his Muskingum County Speedway debut for 2026. Well, I forgot the 10th driver to sign in. Missing data. That is going to be Todd Brennan, third quick at a 15.691. Gary Gellner, 17.116. But Todd Brennan fastest that duo with a 15.961. It is still Lincoln Smith at the top of the charts, though, 15.607. One final driver to take to the track tonight. That is going to be Aaron Scott in the 34 car, the Brian Nethers 34 machine, being driven by Aaron Scott this evening. Beautiful red, white, and blue patriotic wrap on the 34. Hang on to her. Aaron Scott going over the top side of turn number 2. Keep that car on the track as we will take a look here. First lap time for Aaron Scott. That is a 17.708, 17708 for Aaron Scott. Lap number 2 for the 34 of Aaron Scott. Better, he moves to 6th quick at a 16.108. So Tanner McLaughlin go 5th fastest, Larry Holbrook 4th, Todd Brennan 3rd, Caden Black 2nd quickest, but picking up the quick time for tonight's Lucas Oil Qualifier, time of 15.607. How about it for the young gun, Lincoln Smith in the 31 car. So that'll wrap up hot laps for the UMP late models. Getting a good look for those you watch on Apex Motoworks. The Vampire Tear-Offs drone shot here tonight. Getting a beautiful look of that 34 machine as UMP Modifieds get set to hit the racetrack. They'll be led out by the 13M of Mitchell Opatic out of Canal, Winchester, Ohio. Danville's Nathan Loney going to be in the 10 car. And the third member of this trio out of Athens, Ohio in the 7, it is Zach Carr. Nathan Loney, the lone driver in this group with a feature win in 2026 here at the Muskingum County Speedway. He won Saturday night's portion of the Ronnie Moran Memorial back on May the 16th. This race, a pretty big race for Nathan Loney. A year ago, he brought out the late model, won this event, started tail of the Lucas Oil feature, went from the tail to 3rd, and then hopped into that modified and led every single lap of the Freedom 50 modified feature. Right now, Zach Carr currently top of the speed charts. So Zach Carr opens things up at a 17.212. Nathan Loney, a 17.386. And Mitchell Opatic, 18.327 for the first trio of drivers in hot laps for your Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Next trio of drivers from Mount Vernon, Ohio. That'll be Jeremy Waite in the 76J machine. Gallipolis, Ohio's J.P. Roberts Jr. is in the 9R. And the Wellsburg, West Virginia native in the 17E is Lance Elson. Great to see J.P. Roberts back out racing. Got involved in a really big accident a few weeks back at the Wayne County Speedway. That car got all tore up. He's got that elite chassis put back together and back to rocking and rolling here tonight at the Muskingum County Speedway race last weekend at the West Virginia Motor Speedway. So once again, getting a good shot from the Vampire Tear-Off drone shot down into turn number 3. Of course, Jeremy Waite and Lance Elson, two very long-time drivers in the UMP Modifieds. J.P. Roberts currently quickest at a 17.108. That's good for quick time overall. Lance Elson fourth at a 17.513. Jeremy Waite a 19.772. Lap number 2 for J.P. Roberts. faster at a 17.067, 17.067. Lance Elson at 17.513. He'll go faster at a 17.494, and Jeremy Waite 19.693. But it is J.P. Roberts in the 9R, currently top of the chart, 17.067 for the Gallipolis, Ohio native in the 9 car. Zanesville's Brad Goff behind the wheel of the 41 car. The 916, that will be Ryan Haynes. And Loudonville, Ohio's Hollywood, Jimmy Humphrey, is in the 60 car. Humphrey in the 60, another driver, great to see back. He was also involved in that aforementioned accident at Wayne County Speedway with J.P. Roberts. Humphrey actually almost went to space. That car got way up in the air and completely trashed that chassis, but a brand new elite chassis underneath the sheet metal for the 60. As Brad Goff goes second quick, 17.124. Ryan Haynes, 18.878. And Jimmy Humphrey, 6th quick, and an 18.053. Second lap time for Brad Goff. Does he go faster? Yes, he does. Still second quick, 17.115. Second lap time for Haynes. Not as good. He will take an 18.878. Jimmy Humphrey going to improve a little bit faster to 17.892, good for 6th quick, as Brad Goff going to be the fast in that group. Second quick overall, 17.115. Everybody still chasing J.P. Roberts Jr., 17.067. Currently the time to beat here in UMP Modified Hot Laps. As the next trio, we will see the 11 out of Zanesville, Ohio. That is Jason Brennan. The 17 car from Jamestown, Ohio is Nick Snell. And the 12 car from Plainfield, Ohio, that is Kevin Davis. Jason Brennan, the 11 car, always a strong contender, the elite chassis number 11 car. I believe it isn't. No, it is not an elite. That is a KT3. He was in an elite. Swapped to the KT3 chassis this season. Lap number 1 for Brennan. Quick time at a 16.886. 16.886 for the 11 of Jason Brennan. Nick Snell, 7th quick, 17.529. Kevin Davis, 17.791. Second lap time for Jason Brennan. He goes faster at a 16.793. Nick Snell also faster, 17.466. That's going to be good for 6th quick. Kevin Davis, second lap time, also faster, 8th quick, a 17.628. But Jason Brennan, now your quick qualifier, top of the speed charts, first driver into the 16-second bracket at a 16.793. We are just about halfway through qualifying for your dirt car UMP Modifieds. These guys will be back on July the 4th for the Lucas Oil Late Models Freedom 50. In the ace car, the ace of spades, that is going to be Cole Elkins out of Zanesville, Ohio. Orion, Ohio's Danny Moore is in the 29, and Cambridge's Josh Ladd is in the 327 machine. The Vampire Tear-Off's drone getting a good look of the 29 of Danny Moore as he sends that car right around the top side in turns 3 and 4. First lap time for Cole Elkins, that'll be a 17.514, good for 8th quick. Danny Moore 10th at a 17.881. And Josh Ladd 12th quick, 18.096 for Josh Ladd in the 327. Second lap time for the Ace Machine. Better, he goes up to 6th quick at a 17.437. Danny Moore not as good. He will take a 17.881. And Josh Ladd also going to stick with that first lap time, 18.096. Going to be hard to top that 16.793 that Jason Brennan has laid down. Right now to Jason Brennan, currently top of the charts. J.P. Roberts, 2nd quick. Brad Goff, 3rd quick. Zach Carr, 4th. And Nathan Loney, currently your top 5 qualifiers for your UMP Modifieds. From Hartville, Ohio, the 12L car, that is going to be Mitchell Lamb. In the 5, that is Jess Hartman. And Timmy Glassburn out of Newark, Ohio, is in the 190 machine. Jess Hartman been tearing it up over at the Hilltop Speedway in Millersburg, Ohio. I think last night was the first night he has been defeated when Mansfield's Kyle Moore would beat him in that one. First lap time for Mitchell Lamb. He'll go 14th quick at an 18.364. Jess Hartman 9th quick at a 17.571. And Timmy Glassburn 17th quick at a 19.527. Second lap time for Lamb. He'll jump up to 12th quick, a 17.883. Jess Hartman way faster, 6th quick at a 17.415. And as for Timmy Glassburn going to take a 19.527. So Jess Hartman fastest in that group, a 6th quick time of 17.415. Jason Brennan still the only driver in the 16-second range. Believe final few cars here on the track. From Bethesda, Ohio, the 15, it's the legend, Larry Jarrett. Larry Jarrett in the 15 car. The 42 machine, that is going to be Cody Parker. And believe we're going to send these two out, and then we'll get the final two out in just a few moments after this one. We mentioned him, the legend Larry Jarrett, longtime racer. You may be familiar with his son, Dustin Jarrett, one of the voices of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Lap 1 for Larry Jarrett, 16th quick, 18.459, 18459 for the 15 of Larry Jarrett. And opening lap time for the 42 of Cody Parker, 11th quick, 17.798 for Cody Parker. Second lap time for Larry Jarrett. Not as good. He's going to take an 18.459, good for 17th quick. And as for the 42 of Cody Parker, he's going to go faster. Jumps up to 8th quick, 17.454. As the final two drivers going to get set to come out for hot laps for your Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. In the 99 from right here in Dresden, Ohio, that is Derek Davis. Derek Davis, the 99 car. And from Mansfield, Ohio, in the 11H is Matt Hensel. The 11 of Matt Hensel looks to be a little bit off the pace. He goes down the front straightaway. Trying to get that Worcester Glass Company 11 car hooked up here. There's a great shot from the Vampire Tear-Off's drone getting the 99 of Derek Davis. Boy, Derek Davis always had some really crazy, really fun wraps. It's really hard to miss that car as Derek Davis' first lap. Trying to find him on my race pass. There he is, 19th quick, 18.901. Second lap time for Davis, not as good. He will take an 18.901. As Matt Hensel in the 11 still trying to get that car around the track. Hensel going to take a 22.73. So Brad Goffby third quick, J.P. Roberts Jr. second quick, and going quick time for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds, time of 16.793. How about it for the 11 of Jason Brennan? 604 crate late models set to hit the racetrack next. Let me tell you, these 604s, these guys know how to put on a good race. Saw a great last lap pass for the win on night number 2 of the Ronnie Moran Memorial, as they will hit the track for hot laps. Novelty Ohio's Logan Stockdale in the 31 car. The 44, that is going to be Rusty Redman. And Conneaut, Ohio's Jeff Watson is in the 1-star machine. Watson, the overall points champion from the Ronnie Moran Memorial in the 1-star car. Logan Stockdale, Rusty Redman, a couple of regulars here in the crate late model division. Stockdale didn't look like it hit that time. As Rusty Redman opened things up, 17.306, 173.06. Jeff Watson at 17.650. See if we can get Logan Reed around on the second time. Yes, or Logan Stockdale, excuse me. We do. 17.025. That's good enough for quick time. Rusty Redmond, not as good. He will take a 17.306. And Jeff Watson, also not as good as 17.650. So Logan Stockdale going to set the pace early with a 17.025. See the ladies walking around in the grandstands. Make sure to get yourself a 50-50 ticket. Take home some extra money. Don't forget, too, race fans, for those of you in the stands here tonight, we aren't just going to lock one driver into the Freedom 50. We're going to lock one of you into the Freedom 50. Someone is going to get a free pass into the July 4th Freedom 50 here at Muskingum County Speedway. Logan Reed out of Pennsboro, West Virginia is in the 37 car. The 444, that is Zanesville's Anthony Kincaid. And Newark, Ohio's Brian Nethers in the 34 car. Great shot from the Vampire Tear-Off's drone of the 444 of Anthony Kincaid. Once again, looks like the top line getting the preferred line here at Muskingum County Speedway. Logan Reed, 17.457, good for third quick. Anthony Kincaid, a 17.762. Brian Nethers, second quick at a 17.302. Second lap time for the 37 of Reed. He moves into that second quick spot at a 17.185. The 444 of Anthony Kincaid, a little bit better. Fifth quick, 17.646. And Brian Nethers, does he take the second spot back? Yes, he will. 17.138, good for second quick for the 34 of Brian Nethers. Right now, your fastest qualifier and your slowest qualifier separated by 0.6 of a second. As I believe we have just 3 more 604 crate late models to come out for qualifying. We will see Columbus, Ohio's Lauren Longbrake in the 27 car. And looks like that's going to be the only qualifier. Looks like Scott Smith and Pierce Newland going to both be scratches here for hot lap qualifying for your 604 crate late models. So Lauren Longbrake getting a great view from that Vampire Tear-Off drone. Her first lap, 17.934, 179.34 for the 27 of Lauren Longbrake. See if she can improve on lap number 2. Second lap time, not as good. She will take a 17.934. So Logan Stockdale going to be your fastest qualifier in 604 crate late model action. Final class to hit to the Muskingum County Speedway for hot laps. It will be the 4-cylinder mini stocks. Leading the charge out of Orrville, Ohio in the 100 car, that is going to be David Potter. The 51 out of West Salem, Ohio, that is Todd Gallion. The 310 from Coshocton, that is Roy Ehrenholt. The 31 car, Van the Man, Vallecmino from Salem, Ohio. And Trent Bishop out of Millersburg in the 11 car. Looks like Bishop having some issues. Man, quite a bit of storylines here in this one, but I'm going to focus on a car you can see right now on the screen, the 51 of Todd Gallion. This is his first time in a front-wheel drive mini stock in 20 years. Gallion raced in the mini trucks. He's raced in the street stocks. He has raced in the late models. And Gallion trying to get to grips with the way these front-wheel drives drive. It's a lot different than a rear-wheel drive car. 11 of Trent Bishop. Looks like he's finally getting that car in gear. His main car got tore up a few weeks back at the Hilltop Speedway. So he pulled last year's car out of the weeds, got that car put back together, and he is out here racing this evening. So checkered flag going to fly for your 4-cylinder mini stocks. Excited to announce, if maybe you need some incentive to purchase that pay-per-view with Apex Motoworks, the 31 of Vallecmino. We're going to have him up here for some heat races in just a little bit. And let me tell you, if you've never met Valek, he is one funny dude. So make sure to head over to apexmotoworks.com, buy yourself a pay-per-view, and get $5 off your pay-per-view by using code APEX5. Dennis Atkins out of Portland, Ohio is in the 4A car. Tom Wilson from Coshocton is in the 434. Alliance, Ohio's Ricky Watson is in the 7S. Randolph, Ohio's Johnny Bruce behind the wheel of the 311 car. And Mansfield's Justin Cranmore in the 2. Good to see the 7Fs of Ricky Watson out here. Man, that kid has had some tough luck this year. Engine problems after engine problems. So great to see him getting that 7S Ford Focus up and running here at the Muskingum County Speedway. Dennis Atkins, no stranger to victory. Chases all over the place with the Ohio Valley SCDRA and even the national SCDRA races in that 4 car. So that is going to wrap up Hot Laps here for the mini stocks and Hot Laps overall here at the Muskingum County Speedway for the Lucas Oil Qualifier. Don't forget, if you're watching the live preview on Apex Motoworks' Facebook page, now's the time to head on over to apexmotoworks.com. Purchase your pay-per-view. Use discount code APEX5. Get $5 off your pay-per-view. You are not going to want to miss tonight's racing action. As for those of you here on the grounds, we are going to get opening ceremonies underway here in just a few. Those of you on the grounds, not a bad time to stop on down and get yourselves a bite to eat at the concession stand. Make sure to check out the Ohio Natural Energy Institute's trailer. They've got some silent auction stuff left over from the Shale Crescent Dirt Cup, including a quarter panel and door panel from Bobby Pierce's late model. I forgot to go down there and put a bid on that. Being the sheet metal collector I am, that'd be a really cool piece to add to a collection. Well, race fans, here on the grounds, we are about ready to get things set for opening ceremonies. So it's with great pleasure that I turn it over to Mark Barrows from Stop 9 Church of Christ for tonight's opening ceremonies for the Lucas Oil Qualifier.
Thank you, William. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, we ask you to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. Join me in a moment of silence as we begin this invocation. Moment of silence is for Paul Spear, a local driver, track supporter for years. Paul recently graduated to the other side. We pray for his family and their grief. We remember Paul. So please join me in a brief moment of silence for Paul Spear. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day you've given us and this opportunity. Come out and enjoy the sport we love. We thank you for the nation and the many blessings oftentimes we take for granted living in this country. It wouldn't be possible without our veterans, our patriots, and current military personnel. We're thankful for our law officers, first responders, EMTs, and dispatch, those who maintain safety and security in our communities. Watch over our flagman Taylor, our track workers, and officials. We're thankful for the Moran family who put endless hours in this facility. They maintain and manage. They do a great job. Watch over them. Watch over our drivers, race teams, friends, and fans in the stands. Watch over us tonight. As we celebrate this Father's Day weekend, help us not take for granted the responsibility and opportunities we have to encourage, mentor, and motivate the next generation. Father, we're asking a blessing of safety and success on this evening's event. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
And race fans, please stand if you are able to. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. With that, I have to keep the tradition alive. I've got one thing left to ask. Muskingum County Speedway, are you ready to go racing? Once again, for those of you watching live on Apex Motoworks and here on the grounds, welcome to the 2026 Lucas Oil Qualifier. Tonight, one driver is going to guarantee themselves a starting spot in the July 4th Classic of the Freedom 50 right here at Muskingum County Speedway. Tickets for that event are on sale now at myracepass.com. If you like what you're seeing tonight, we are going to have the UMP Modifieds and 604 Crate Late Models right here on July 4th for that Freedom 50. Come ring in the 250th birthday of the greatest country on earth. Yes, the greatest country on earth with the greatest late models on earth, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Looks like we've got two super late model heat races set to go on the racetrack here at the Muskingum County Speedway in just a few moments. So like we said, first of two heat races of the night set to hit the racetrack. And we will begin with the super late models. Like we said, these guys racing for a provisional in that Freedom 50 on July 4th. Heat race number one, going to light up like this on the pole. From Belmont, Ohio, in the 31 car to be Lincoln Smith. To his outside from Newark, Ohio, in the 0, it'll be Stephen Prince. Row 2 to the inside, the L19, that is Larry Holbrook. And his outside, the 34, from Newark, Ohio, it is Aaron Scott and Gary Gellner on the tail. Set to rock and roll here. 8 laps the distance, everybody going to make the features. We're going to get these guys to run the track in a little bit before we get things underway here tonight. Like we said, race fans, next couple of events here tonight, obviously all about the Freedom 50 on Saturday, July 4th. And then don't forget, Saturday, August 1st, the American Big Rig Series right here at Muskingum County Speedway with the 4-cylinder mini stocks. Looks like we're getting set to go green here for the first of two super late model heat races. Looks as if, I believe the 34 going to be a scratch as we are underway here at Muskingum County Speedway. Out of turn number 2, it's going to be the young gun Lincoln Smith showing the way down the back straightaway. And in turn number 3, he's got a sizable lead over Stephen Prince in that 0 car. And then in turn number 4, opening lap going to go to the 31 of Lincoln Smith. Lincoln Smith out there, like Johnny Gibson says, all alone like the chess club president on prom night. Getting a really good look at that gap from that Vampire Tear-Off's drone shot. As out of turn number 4, Lincoln Smith still shows the way. 1.4 seconds over the 0 of Stephen Prince. Down into turn number 3, out of turn number 4. It is all Lincoln Smith all the time, all alone. Looking to see if maybe Larry Holbrook can reach the 21G of Gary Gelner for that 3rd spot. As cross flags fly this time for the 31 car of Lincoln Smith. Smith still your race leader. Stephen Prince runs in the 2nd spot. Right now at the line, looks like we've got a race for the 3rd spot. Gary Gelner holding on to 3rd. But it's going to be a battle. Here comes Larry Holbrook down to the bottom. Holbrook going to slide up front of the 21G. Move the 19L of Larry Holbrook to 3rd. Holbrook still running the top side. Gelner going to try to reel him in, but doesn't look like he can make it happen there. As right now it is still Lincoln Smith out in front. 2 more laps to go here at the Muskingum County Speedway for the first heat race of the night. Larry Holbrook trying to hold off Gary Gelner as a white flag going to fly one more time around for the 31 of Lincoln Smith. Smith with a very sizable lead, 3.7 seconds last time by at the flag stand. He will reach turn number 3, out of turn number 4, checkered flag going to fly. Lincoln Smith wins heat race number 1. So finish 2, Super Late Model Heat Race number 1 going to look like this. 4th will go to the 21G of Gary Gelner. 3rd to the L19 of Larry Holbrook. 2nd to the 0 of Stephen Prince. And picking up heat race number 1 for the Super Late Models from Belmont, Ohio in the 31. How about it for the young gun, Lincoln Smith? Boy, imagine what that would mean to the young driver to make one of the biggest races of the year here at Muskingum County Speedway. As heat race number 2 going to come on the track here. Once again, what a great shot from that Vampire tear-off drone. Heat race number 2 going to line up like this. It'll be the 57 of New Concord's Caden Black on the pole. To his outside in the 20, it is Todd Brennan. Row 2, that'll be the 59 of Zanesville's Tanner McLaughlin. And Chad Roush on the tail in the 32 car. Set to go green here in heat race number 2. 2 very talented drivers from right around this area on the front row. Green flag flies. We are underway. Great start for the 57 of Caden Black. He's going to run the middle line. Todd Brennan going to follow right in the tracks of those Hoosier tires. Down the back straightaway, it is still going to be Caden Black out in front. Brennan trying to make something happen on the bottom is out of turn number 4. Opening lap going to go to Todd Brennan. Hello. Todd Brennan says, pardon me, I'm going to lead this lap. Brennan still showing the way. Here comes Caden Black around the top side. Side by side as they go down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. It is Brennan on the bottom. Black around the top side. Out of turn number 4. It is now the Zanesville native way out in front. Todd Brennan with an almost second lead over the 57 of Caden Black. Meanwhile, that battle for the 3rd spot looking very feisty as well between McLaughlin and Roush. Tanner McLaughlin going to show the way over Chad Roush, as Lincoln Smith going to try the top side this time by. As great battle for that 3rd spot between the 59 of McLaughlin and the 32 of Roush. McLaughlin going to go way up high. Chad Roush going to take a look to the bottom. Slides that car up to the top side. And it looks like Caden Black going to have some company here. We're about to have a 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. Caden Black trying every different line he can as Todd Brennan is just out on a nice Saturday cruise in that 20 car. It's Brennan, Black, McLaughlin, Roush. That is your running order in heat race number 2. Coming around to see 2 sticks in the air, 2 laps left to go here in heat race number 2. Todd Brennan all alone out in front. White flag set to fly one more time around for the 20th Todd Brennan. Todd Brennan all alone, but that battle for the second spot looking really good between Caden Black, Tanner McLaughlin, and Chad Roush. Here comes McLaughlin, big run to the middle, down the back straightaway. They'll drag race for the second spot. Checkered flag's gonna fly over Brennan, but who cares? We are watching the battle for second. Black around the top, McLaughlin down the bottom. Drag race to the line, and it's gonna be Caden Black in second. What a great battle for the second spot. So Chad Roush credited with a fourth place finish. Tanner McLaughlin in third. Caden Black comes home in second. And way out front, last time by the flag stand, he had a 6.7-second lead. How about it for the Zanesville native of the car, number 20, Todd Brennan. In the words of Dustin Jarrett, Muskie is looking frisky tonight. As we are set for 3 modified heat races here. First of 3 heat races set to the racetrack for your dirt car UMP modifieds. Heat race number 1 going to line up like this. It'll be the 11 of Jason Brennan on the pole. Outside of him, that will be the 7 of Zach Carr. Row 2 in the ace, it'll be Cole Elkins, and is outside from Wellsburg, West Virginia in the 17E. It is Lance Elson. Row 3 to the inside, that is a 12L of Hartville's Mitchell Lamb and Mitchell Opatic out of Kamal Winchester in the 13M. Derek Davis in the 99, Matt Hensel in the 11H. As green flag going to fly here in heat race number 1. Jason Brennan going to lead the opening lap here in this one. Battle for the second spot between Lance Elson and Zach Carr. Carr working the bottom side. Elson around the top side as they go down the back straightaway. Elson gets the drive out of turn number 2. They'll go into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, though, it is still Jason Brennan out in front. Lance Elson, Zach Carr, Mitchell Opatic, right now your top 3 running order. Three down, 3 to go here in the first of 3 6-lap heat races for your dirt car UMP modifieds. Still Jason Brennan out in front, the KT3 chassis 11 car. As Lance Elson running in the second spot, trying to hold off Zach Carr. Carr going to run an identical line to the 17 of Elson. Both kind of right around the top side of 3 and 4. As white flag going to fly one more time around for the 11 of Jason Brennan. Into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. The Brennan family looking strong tonight. Jason Brennan going to pick up heat race number 1. Elson and Zach Carr, your top 3. So Matt Hensel going to come home in the 7th spot. Mitchell Lamb in 6th. Cole Elkins in 5th. Mitchell Opatic 4th. Zach Carr in 3rd. Lance Elson in 2nd. And picking up heat race number 1 for the dirt car UMP modifieds. How about it for the Zanesville, Ohio native of Jason Brennan? Dominating performance in that first heat race, like we said, first of 3 for your dirt car UMP modifieds here at Muskingum County Speedway. So hearing this free preview still going on. Make sure if you're watching live on Apex Motoworks YouTube channel, head on over to apexmotoworks.com. Use code APEX5 and get $5 off your pay-per-view. Do not miss any of the action here tonight. Heat race number 2 going to line up like this. It'll be Galplease JP Roberts on the pole in the 9R car to his outside from Danville, Ohio in the 10. It'll be Nathan Loney. Row 2, we will see the 42 of Cody Parker and the 12 of Plainfield's Kevin Davis. Row 3, that'll be the 60 of Jimmy Humphrey and the 15 of the legend Larry Jarrett. And looks like the 190 of Timmy Glassburn going to be a scratch for this one. Two very dominant drivers on the front row. Green flag is out. Great start for J.P. Roberts in the 9 car, but here comes Nathan Loney down to the bottom. Loney going to slide up out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, Roberts going to lock and load, fire down the back straightaway. They'll go side by side into turn 3. Oh my. Good battle as the opening lap going to go to the 10 of Nathan Loney. Loney showing the way in the 10 car. Roberts taking a look to the bottom side. Out of turn 2, Roberts going to slide up. They're going to touch. J.P. Roberts hit something and heavy damage to the front end of Nathan Loney's car. He's going to take the Rich's Auto Body 10 machine into the infield. As you can see, the right rear of J.P. Roberts' car folded in. But heartbreak for the 10 of Nathan Loney. So that will now move the 42 of Cody Parker into the 2nd spot. Kevin Davis runs in 3rd, Jimmy Humphrey 4th, Larry Jarrett your top 5. As Nathan Loney going to be done for this event here at Muskingum County Speedway. We'll see if he can get that car set to come back for feature competition. Great battle starting to heat up for the 2nd spot, or for the lead, excuse me. With 2 laps left to go, you're getting a good shot on that Vampire Tear-Off's drone. Here comes Cody Parker around the top side. J.P. Roberts still sticking to the bottom. Roberts right in that rough stuff. As now Cody Parker going to try to get a run. He'll go around the top side. Parker on the top side. Roberts on the bottom. Drag race to the white flag. It was J.P. Roberts at the line. We'll see who gets back to the line first. Roberts still on the bottom. Parker has found something up top. They go down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Parker going to take another look to the top side. J.P. Roberts still down on the bottom. Lights are out to the line on the last lap, and it's Parker. Cody Parker by a nose. Oh my. So Nathan Loney credited with a 6th place finish. Larry Jarrett in 5th. Jimmy Humphrey 4th. Kevin Davis 3rd. J.P. Roberts 2nd. And on the last turn of the last lap, heat race number 2 winner. How about it for the 42 of Cody Parker? Those of you watching live on Apex Motoworks, we will get a replay at that great finish. Man, Roberts seemed to have that middle line all race long, but Parker just found something up top. And man, that was like maybe half a tire Cody Parker had over the 9 of J.P. Roberts. 3rd and final heat race for the Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. Set to hit the racetrack, and it's going to line up a little something like this. On the pole from Zanesville, Ohio, on the 41, it'll be Brad Goff. To his outside in the 5, it's Jess Hartman. Row 2 from Jamestown, Ohio, on the 17, it's Nick Snell. And his outside from Orion, Ohio, on the 29, it's Danny Moore. Row 3, it'll be Josh Ladd out of Cambridge in the 327 car. And Ryan Haynes in the 916. And Jeremy Waite scheduled to be on the tail. Looks like he will make the call out of Mount Vernon, Ohio. 3rd and final heat race for your Dirt Car UMP Modifieds here at Muskingum County Speedway. 2 very successful drivers on the front row. As we're going to call that one back. I don't believe the 41 of Brad Goff was ready to go. I think he thought we would go one more lap around, as he did not fire on that start. So we will rack them, stack them, and try it one more time. Next time by Brad Goff is your race leader. He sets the pace, and he will start the race here in Heat 3 for your Dirt Car UMP Modifieds. So here we go, 6 laps the distance here in heat race number 3. Green flag flies. We are underway with heat 3. Brad Goff getting a great start over Jess Hartman. Hartman going to take a look to the bottom. Couple of cars over the back straightaway coming out of turn number 3, but we will stay clean and green as it'll be the Zanesville native Brad Goff leading the way. Does not matter where that man is. Muskingum County Speedway, Atomic Speedway, Hilltop Speedway, Wayne County Speedway. Brad Goff in that 41, always a force to be reckoned with. Lots and lots of success in the modifieds. Jess Hartman, like we talked about in hot laps. Hartman currently, I believe last night, the first night, he did not win at Hilltop Speedway all season up in Millersburg, Ohio. It is all Brad Goff all the time out in front right now. Jess Hartman running in the 2nd spot. Then it'll be the 17 of Nick Snell in 3rd. Josh Ladd 4th. And the 29 of Danny Moore, currently your top 5. Coming around to see 2 laps left to go for the 41, the Zanesville Dumpster 41 of Brad Goff. Looks like this heat race going to be a little bit more tame as the Vampire tear-offs drone getting a good shot at Jess Hartman. White flag going to fly here on the 41 of Brad Goff. Into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Checkered flag going to fly. Brad Goff picks up heat race number 3. So Ryan Haynes credited with a 7th place finish. Jeremy Waite in 6th. Danny Moore 5th. Josh Ladd 4th. Nick Snell in 3rd. Jess Hartman in 2nd. And picking up the 3rd and final heat race for your dirt car UMP modifieds out of Zanesville, Ohio. How about it for the 41 of Brad Goff? Lots of great racing so far here at the Muskingum County Speedway, and we are looking for more as we continue through the night. .604 crate late models set to hit the racetrack. It'll be Logan Stockdale on the pole. Outside of him will be the 37 of Logan Reed. Anthony Kincaid, Lauren Longbreak make up row number 2, and Pierce Newland going to be a scratch for this one. Green flag flies, 6 laps the distance. We're underway with 604 crate late models. Anthony Kincaid way down to the bottom, going to slide to the racetrack. They will split the gap. Lauren Longbreak 4th to 2nd. Here comes Kincaid looking at the top side of Longbreak. Longbreak still working the bottom side as they are all trying to catch Logan Stockdale. Stockdale going to lead the opening lap in the 31 car. Battle for the 2nd spot between Kincaid and Longbreak. Kincaid trying to go down to the bottom, trying to see if he can slide up front of the 27 to Longbreak. Yes, he will as they go down the back straightaway. Lauren Longbreak going to try and repay the favor in turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, she can't make it happen. It'll be Kincaid with the 2nd place spot. My, oh my, looking good here in the early phases of this one. Getting a great shot from the Vampire Tear-Offs drone. As right now it is still Logan Stockdale, your race leader. Stockdale out in front. Kincaid runs in 2nd. Lauren Longbreak in 3rd. As they will see 2 laps left to go this time by for the 31 of Logan Stockdale. The Novelty, Ohio native looking really strong here in the early stage of this one. Great battle for the 2nd spot between Kincaid. Here comes Longbreak. Longbreak going to take over the 2nd spot. White flag flies. 1 lap left to go as we have got a battle for the 2nd spot. Kincaid hits the rough stuff down on the bottom. He's going to lose wholesale ground to Lauren Longbreak. Out of turn number 4, checkered flag flies. Logan Stockdale picks up the heat race win, and at the line, it'll be Lauren Longbreak in second. So Logan Reed credited with a 4th place finish. 3rd will go to Anthony Kincaid. 2nd will go to Lauren Longbreak, and picking up heat race number 1 for your crate late models out of Novelty, Ohio in the 31. How about it for Logan Stockdale? What a great battle we had for the 2nd spot. Heat race number 2 for the crate late models. Looks like everybody going to make the call. It'll be Newark, Ohio's Brian Nethers in the 34 car, and his outside, also out of Newark in the 44. It's Rusty Redmond. Row number 2, it'll be Conneaut, Ohio's Jeff Watson in the 1 star, and Martinsburg, Ohio's Scott Smith, the milkman, in the 29. 6 laps the distance. Green flag flies out of turn number 4. We are underway. 3 wide as they go into turn number 1. It is Watson in the 1 star. Nethers in the 34, and the 44 of Redmond. Hang on to her. Rusty Redmond in the 44. Great battle for 3rd. Great battle for the lead. We'll take a look at that lead battle between Jeff Watson and Brian Nethers. Watson showing the way over Brian Nethers. Boy, can't help but notice how slick turns 1 and 2 seem to be each and every time we race here at the Muskingum County Speedway. Lots of guys going over that banking over in turn number 2. As looks like everything going to settle down here. Jeff Watson going to show the way here in the early phases of this one. Brian Nethers running in the 2nd spot. Rusty Redmond in 3rd. And Scott Smith currently in that 4th spot. Great battle. Great race right now for the 1 star of Jeff Watson. Brian Nethers trying to reel him in. He is currently half a second, just a little over half a second over the 34 of Brian Nethers. It's down the front straight. It is still Watson, as he will see 2 laps left to go in 604 crate late model heat race number 2. Into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. White flag going to fly for the 1 star of Jeff Watson. Does Brian Nethers have anything for him? The Conneaut, Ohio native won here during the Ronnie Moran Memorial Weekend. Looking to return to victory lane here at Muskingum County Speedway. Checkered flag going to fly. Jeff Watson wins heat race number 2. So Scott Smith comes home in the 4th spot. Rusty Redmond in 3rd. Brian Nethers in 2nd. And picking up 604 crate late model heat race number 2. How about it for the 1 star of Jeff Watson? Final couple of heat races on the evening. That will be the Outlaw Hobby Stocks. They are going to line up a little something like this for heat race number 1 out of Portland, Ohio in the 4A. That is going to be Dennis Atkins to his outside. From Mansfield, Ohio, it is the 2 of Justin Cranmore. Row 2 to the inside from Randolph, Ohio. It is the 311 of Johnny Bruce and Coshocton's Tom Wilson in the 434 and Millersburg's Trent Bishop in the 11 car. Those of you watching live on Apex Motoworks, last chance to get your... Oh, it is? Okay. Welcome to all of you watching live on the pay-per-view then, as I just learned. Thank you all for joining us live on Apex Motoworks and all of you live on the grounds here at Muskingum County Speedway. Those of you watching live on Apex Motoworks, getting some nice beauty shots of some of the different areas around here. Saw the Y Bridge in Zanesville. As it sounds like we've got mini stocks on the track. As here we go, first heat race for the Outlaw mini stocks. Set to rock and roll at turn 4. Green flag is out. We're underway. Dennis Atkins leads us down into turn number 1. Justin Cranmore right there on his back bumper. It is an all Honda 1-2 battle. Bow ties battle for the 3rd spot between Tom Wilson and Johnny Bruce. Out of turn 4, looks like Atkins going to lead the opening lap, as Johnny Bruce going to hold off the 434 of Tom Wilson for that 3rd spot. Looks like Trent Bishop finally getting that 11 car fired back up. Hang on there, Johnny Bruce gets a little loose coming out of turn number 2. Here comes Bishop. Bishop going to make a move to the top side. Oh no, Trent Bishop over the top. He will try to reel that car back in, but he will lose a lot of ground to the 434 of Tom Wilson. As problems for the 2 of Justin Cranmore off of the pace on the back straightaway. As caution flag going to fly. Heartbreak for the Mansfield native in the 2 car. Justin Cranmore stopped on the back straightaway. Had the chance to catch up with Justin Cranmore down in the pit area. He told me he's only been out one other time this year and still trying to figure out his new engine, trying to figure out what the right engine combo he's got, engine and gearing combo, and looks like the issue's unfortunately going to continue for the native of Mansfield. Here we go, set to go back to green with 2 laps left to go here in heat race competition. Dennis Atkins still showing the way. Battle for the 2nd spot now between Johnny Bruce and Tom Wilson. Looks like Bruce going to hold on to that 2nd spot. Getting a good look of that straight battle for 2nd on back. White flag going to fly, 1 to go for Dennis Atkins. As now Trent Bishop takes a look past the 434. Bishop going to try a 2-for-1 special. Move the 11 car into the 2nd spot. The car was in the weeds. It was pulled out, rebuilt, and it's running 2nd in heat race number 2. Now Tom Wilson takes a look past the 311 of Johnny Bruce. Checkered flag going to fly. Dennis Atkins gets it done. It will be Trent Bishop in 2nd. Drag race to the line, and it's going to be Tom Wilson in 3rd. So Justin Cranmore credited with a 5th place finish. Johnny Bruce comes home in 4th. Tom Wilson in 3rd. Trent Bishop 2nd. And Portland, Ohio's Dennis Atkins gets it done in heat race number 1 for the Outlaw Hobby Stocks. As I think Bruce might be, I don't know what he's doing. Oh, sweet. So we'll get the 311 of Johnny Bruce pushed off the track here. the amazing Vampire Tear-Off push truck. Want to thank once again tonight's presenting sponsor, the Ohio Natural Energy Institute, for all they do here at Muskingum County Speedway. They were a big integral part of the Shale Crescent Dirt Cup last Wednesday. And once again supporting us here tonight. Not too sure what happened to 311 Johnny Bruce. I know when they unloaded that car earlier, it flooded with gas. They were back there working on that car, trying to get it to fire a little better, but it was not idling very strong. As that might be the problem for those of you watching live on Apex Motoworks. A fluid of some kind over in turns 1 and 2. Not too sure if it's oil or water or what it is, but looks like we're going to have to run that in. Before this next heat race. So great to thank one of the great partners with Apex Motoworks, American Pride. Visible along Interstate 70. It was one of the biggest flags in the state. So sounds like heat race number 2 going to hit the racetrack here. Heat race number 2 going to line up like this. It'll be Orville's David Potter in the 100 car. To his outside from Alliance, Ohio, that is the 7S of Ricky Watson. Row 2 out of West Salem in the 51, it is Todd Gallion. And from Coshocton in the 310, it is Roy Arnholt. And the 31 of Valak Mino. Looks like the 7S of Ricky Watson going to be a scratch for this one. 5 laps the distance. Final heat race of the night. We're going to take a bit of an intermission here to run the track in and let the sun kind of come down a little bit. Natural Energy Institute Lucas Oil Qualifier. David Potter in the 100. Roy Arnholt in the 310. Green flag flies. We are underway once more at Muskingum. Great start by Potter in the 100 car. Look at the 51 of Gallion go. First time in a race car for Todd Gallion in about 4 years. First time in a mini stock in about 20 years. Out of turn number 4. Opening lap going to go to the 100 of David Potter. Potter still showing the way. Arnholt runs in the 2nd spot. Gallion in 3rd. Bruce in that 4th and final transfer, or 4th and final spot. Down the front straightaway is all David Potter all the time here in this one. David Potter out in front, about a half a second lead over the 310 of Roy Arnholt. Arnholt having a great run in the 310 car. David Potter, a feature winner a few weeks ago up at the Wayne County Speedway in that 100 car. Todd Gallion running in 3rd, Valak Mino in 4th. White flag gonna fly. 1 lap left to go for the 100 of David Potter. If you like what you see out of that 100 car, he did say it is for sale, $7,500. I will tell you though, I'm currently considered as the best offer. I gave him the best offer of $270. He said he'll think about it. Great shot from the Vampire Tear-Off's drone as they go into turn number 3, right around the top side. Out of turn 4, checkered flag gonna fly. David Potter wins heat race number 2. So Valak Mino going to be credited with a 4th place finish. Todd Gallion comes home in 3rd, Roy Ehrenholt in 2nd, and picking up heat race number 2 out of Orville, Ohio in the 100 car. How about it for David Potter? So again, a good shot of the 31 of Valak Mino. We're hoping to have him up here during the heat races, but he told me he had some engine issues. But thankfully, my good friends at Apex Motoworks got a nice little interview with my good friend Van the Man.
All right, we are live at the Muskingum County Speedway. Lucas Oil Qualifier. We're here with Valak Mino. And Valak, what brings you out to Muskingum County tonight? Why'd you come out here tonight with the hobby stocks?
Well, this is a track I really come to enjoy. I tried it out last year. I had a blast, and my buddy Will started working here. He's one of my favorite announcers, so kind of fitted in there. And then I don't know, I just have a blast every time I come here. Whether the night's good, bad, it's just Tristan and them always put on a good show, and I always have fun here.
How long have you been riding in these hobby stocks?
It's been about 6 years now, I think, somewhere in there. So.
And what do you think it's going to take to come out with a win here tonight?
Just put it out there on the top and let it eat. Let's see what happens, and maybe not go over the track tonight. Keep it on there.
Wise words from Valak Mino. Watch for him in the hobby stocks tonight on the Lucas Oil Qualifier here at Muskingum County Speedway.
Valak Mino, always a character back in the pit area. We're going to take about a 20-minute intermission here. We're going to work the track in, kind of let the sun come down just a little bit, make it a little bit easier for the drivers to see and keep some of the moisture in that racetrack. Don't forget, tonight's racing, we are giving away one guaranteed provisional to a driver for the Freedom 50 featuring the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. That'll be on Saturday, July 4th. We will also have in attendance that night our UMP Modifieds and 604 Crate Late Models, along with the greatest late models in the world, the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. And then we'll be back on Saturday, August the 1st, with the American Big Rig Series. I have no clue what to expect out of that. I have seen videos on the internet of them. They race on pavement. They race on dirt. It is your Freightliners, your Kenworths, without a trailer, and I believe just a single axle. But it is going to be a lot of fun seeing those big rigs around the racetrack here at Muskingum County Speedway. And joining them on that night, one of my personal favorite classes, the Outlaw Hobby Stocks. Not a bad time headed on to the Midway. Grab yourself a bite to eat, some ice-cold Pepsi products. The cheeseburgers are phenomenal here. Had myself a ice-cold Dr. Pepper. The Ohio Natural Energy Institute still has some stuff left over from the silent auction of the Shale Crescent Dirt Cup. I believe I saw the entire side of Bobby Pierce's car up for auction. They've got that down there, as well as some Dirt Cup t-shirts. If you didn't get your Dirt Cup shirt, now is a great time to grab it. They do still have some left in stock. And the Newark Racing Shop has amazing-looking America 250 stickers on sale, just $5. Well, we've got a second, too. We'd like to take a second and thank all of the great track sponsors here at Muskingum County Speedway. We'd like to thank McMillan Tire, Action Graphics, Octane Race Products, Kimball Companies, The Boat Yard at Buckeye Lake, Anthony's Pizza, Gano Construction, Swartz Service and Supply, Schmitty's, McHugh Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lydon Lighting, Grub Tire Service, Polk Scrap Iron, Spear Machine and Tool, Dow Cameron Oil and Gas, Car Source, The Community Bank, Donwood Automotive, Zemba Companies, Bogey's Tavern, MBMMW Attorney at Law, Southeastern Equipment Company, Kendrick Excavating, WME Detailing, ICR, the Ohio Natural Energy Institute, the Virtues Golf Club, Vampire Tear-Offs, Park National Bank, VT Services, A1 Overhead Garage Doors, and DMR Driving School. Thank you to each and every one of our amazing sponsors for what you do to keep racing alive here at the Muskingum County Speedway. So Pierce Newland finally getting that 46 car fired up, one of the 604 crate late models. Getting just a quick lap in here to check that car out as we are still running the track in here at the Muskingum County Speedway. Like we said, taking just a little bit of an intermission here. Not a bad time to grab yourself a bite to eat. Head on down to the concession stand. Like we said, the Ohio Natural Energy Institute has their trailer open. They have got all sorts of great stuff from the Shell Crescent Dirt Cup silent auction. They've also got some Dirt Cup t-shirts on sale as well. So we're just trying to let the sun die down here a little bit before we get a main action underway here at Muskingum County Speedway. So while we're sitting here getting ready for feature event, the guys over at Apex Motoworks had a word with Todd Brennan ahead of tonight's racing action.
All right, we are here with Todd Brennan. He's going to be one of the favorites here tonight at the Lucas Oil Qualifier. Todd, what would it mean to this team tonight to just get locked into that Lucas Oil Freedom 50? And we know you're going to come out and qualify no matter what, but what would it mean to win tonight?
Oh, it just takes a lot of pressure off when it comes, to the July 4th race. We've had some pretty good runs, with Lucas on that deal, and actually got us one podium with them on a prelim night. But it just takes a lot of pressure off when you come because when you race those guys, you got to be spot on, on your game, and just coming into that deal knowing you're locked in no matter what always helps out.
A lot of guys are in the same position as you. They want to be locked in. They know how important it is. Do you think we're going to see a lot of hard racing tonight or clean racing? Are guys going to be like fighting for their life out there, or are you kind of coming in expecting them to race you hard?
This racing deal, it don't matter if we race for $1 or $500 or $5,000. We're all going to race hard and go for it. We're here to try to win races, and so I don't think today's any different than any other day.
Watch for Todd Brennan. He's going to be up front all night. It's going to be a fun one tonight at the Lucas Oil Qualifier.
So that was Todd Brennan. Brennan, the driver that will roll off outside front row of tonight's feature event. And they caught up, the boys at Apex caught up with another driver. The guy's going to be starting right behind him in fourth, the new Concord native of Caden Black.
All right, we are here with Caden Black. He's won here at Muskingum County Speedway already this year. He wants to get locked into the Freedom 50. Caden, what would it mean to this team to just get locked into that Lucas show tonight?
300% less stressful for that night at least. It's definitely a stressful event for like a local / regional guy. You never know who might show up that's a national guy, so you got to be on your toes for that race. So, if I could win tonight, that'd be awesome and take a bunch of stress off for me for July 4th.
And, are you expecting these guys to race pretty clean tonight? Like you said, there's a lot of guys that just want to get in that show, want to be locked in, that stress relief that everybody gets. You think it's going to be a clean race, or do you have to go out and start out aggressive and just stay aggressive all race?
I would hope so with only 10 race cars here, but I guess you never know. With some of these guys, they got more than one car, so they can do whatever they want. So I guess we'll just see. I'm going to try to qualify as hard as I can and then just go off of that. So I guess we'll see what happens here. We never know, I guess, right?
Well, there you have it from Caden Black. He's been running fast all year, looking for another good run here at the Lucas Oil Qualifier.
More amazing work from the guys at Apex Motoworks. And producer Barry let me know they got one more interview with another late model driver, one of the young guns in the field tonight, and the kid that's going to be on the pole. Here's a little interview with Lincoln Smith.
All right, we are here with Lincoln Smith. He's going to be one of the favorites tonight in the Lucas Oil Qualifier. A lot of drama the last time we saw you race here, Lincoln. What's it going to take tonight to get her done?
Just a better final restart. That's all. I kind of made a mistake on the last restart, and it all was history from there. It wasn't a good restart. Spun my tires and got in the fence a little bit, and it allowed Doug and Todd to get somewhat close.
What would it mean to this team and your sponsors to make that Lucas Oil, get that provisional guaranteed spot tonight?
It'd mean a lot. It'd save me a lot of stress whenever we come here with the Lucas guys. But if we don't win tonight, we're just gonna come back hungry whenever they are here.
Tonight, Lucas Oil Qualifier, Lincoln Smith, he's gonna be running up front all night. You can just about guarantee that. So tune in. Thanks for watching.
As the guys from Apex Motoworks getting some great beauty shots around Zanesville this week. The Longaberger Basket, just west of Zanesville and nearby Newark, is one of Ohio's most recognizable buildings, the iconic Longaberger Basket Building. Originally constructed as the headquarters for the Longaberger Company, the 7-story structure was designed to look exactly like the company's famous medium market basket, complete with massive basket handles weighing nearly 150 tons each. The one-of-a-kind landmark has attracted visitors from across the country and remains a symbol of the region's entrepreneurial spirit and unique architectural history. And it is $5.8 million. I've got that back home. I think I'm going to buy it and I'm going to move in there. I think we have a special guest coming up here, but another great shot. This one from the Y Bridge. One of Zanesville's most recognizable landmarks is the famous Y Bridge, a unique structure spanning the confluence of the Muskingum and Licking rivers in the heart of downtown. Known as one of the few bridges in the world where drivers can enter from one side and choose between two different directions while still on the bridge, it has become the symbol of the city for generations. The Y Bridge has connected residents, businesses, and visitors since the 1800s and remains a centerpiece of Zanesville's rich history and waterfront heritage. So some great shots from our friends at Apex Motoworks. Always a pleasure working with them. If you're here on the grounds, maybe you got somebody home that couldn't make it out, tell them they can head to apexmotoworks.com and grab a pay-per-view for tonight's racing action. And make sure to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube. They do a lot of great coverage, not just here at Muskingum County Speedway, but all sorts of different motocross events all over the area. And just down the road in Dillon Lake, that'd be the Dillon Lake and Dam. Just a few miles from tonight's action sits Dillon Lake and the Dillon Dam, one of southeastern Ohio's most popular outdoor destinations. Constructed by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for flood control in the Muskingum River watershed, the lake now serves as a hub for boating, fishing, camping, and recreation. The surrounding Dillon State Park welcomes thousands of visitors each year, making it a key attraction for Muskingum County and the greater Zanesville area. Boy, some absolute beautiful shots from the guys at Apex Motoworks. Those drone shots are always beautiful. So like we said, race fans, the American Big Rig Series coming up on Saturday, August the 4th. But Saturday, July 4th, that is the big one. I realize I just said Saturday, August 4th. I meant to say Saturday, August 1st is when the American Big Rigs are here. Saturday, July 4th, that is the Freedom 50 laps with the greatest late model series on earth. And we can say that after winning the Shale Crescent Dirt Cup. Lucas Oil late models for 50 laps will also have the UMP Modifieds, the 6-4 crate late models also on hand on Saturday, July 4th. Tickets on sale at myracepass.com. And I want to thank all the great sponsors with Apex Motoworks, SRS Suspension, Vampire Teros, proudly sponsoring the drone this evening, American Pride, Schmitty's, and of course the title sponsor, our great partners at the Ohio Natural Energy Institute. Those guys, like we said, they've got, I think they still have some silent auction stuff back at their trailer. But believe late model action going to be kicked off here momentarily for the Lucas Oil Qualifier here at Muskingum County Speedway, presented by Ohio Natural Energy Institute.
All right, we are here with Bruce from the Ohio Natural Energy Institute. We are coming on the heels of the Dirt Cup. Bruce, what did you think of that event? It was pretty amazing, all the fans on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, we thought it was absolutely amazing. We're going to do it again next year, maybe bigger and better, hopefully. All of it benefits our foundation. The foundation is set up specifically to send folks to school, whether it's CDL license, welding, 2-year degree, 4-year degree, to go into the oil and gas industry. The Shale Crescent USA companies that helped us sponsor the Dirt Cup were floored. It was an absolutely amazing event. Can't thank the fans enough. Can't thank the drivers enough. You know, they could have been anywhere in the country. There was a big break there. They had West Virginia the next weekend. And we just, it couldn't have gone any better, I don't think. The King of the Hill races, I think, was probably the highlight. Although the feature was amazing. And for dirt fans, they'll see the top of the track came in at the end. and it was a heck of a race. So, like I said, we're going to do it again, and we've been here at the track all year. We sponsored the Poppies race, the Ronnie Murray Memorial. We sponsor opening night, the Dirt Cup. So, I hope everyone comes out tonight. If you're watching this live right now, and sun's out, and this is the Lucas Qualifier, and the Lucas boys will be back here next weekend, or 2 weeks for the July 4th race.
And with the Ohio Natural Energy Institute, what have you guys found? You guys could sponsor a lot of things. You do sponsor a lot of things. What have you found with like the dirt track community, the types of fans, types of people that are looking to get in the oil and gas industry? It's just been a good fit. Like, why did you guys decide dirt track racing was going to be on the table this year?
Very short, sweet, and simple. These are our people. The dirt track fans drive trucks. They're welders. They're heavy equipment operators. It's a perfect fit for us. And Donnie and I joke around sometime, but one time Eldora in a dirt track had a little too many after a race, and super dirt late models were born. So
there you have it from Bruce, the Ohio Natural Energy Institute, doing so many great things for the Muskingum County Speedway and just dirt track racing as a whole. Come check out their booth here, right here on the Midway. Have a good one.
And a big shout out again to Bruce Tegg and the Ohio Natural Energy Institute and all that he does for Muskingum County Speedway. Like we said, he played a big part in last Wednesday's Shale Crescent Dirt Cup. If you missed that, you got to go online and watch the highlights. One of the best races I have ever seen here at Muskingum County Speedway, with Bobby Pierce picking up the win, but it was Team Lucas Oil Late Model picking up the overall team win. And like we said, Team Lucas coming back here. That is the very next event here at Muskingum County Speedway on July 4th for the Freedom 50, right here at Muskingum County Speedway. Pit crews start to make their way to the infield work area, as still looking very beautiful. Why did you guys put that word on the screen? Don't you know the first word? Let's beautiful beautiful 73 degrees. It's okay, it's your guys' first year. We gotta teach you guys. You don't say the R word around a dirt track. Beautiful 73 degrees out here in beautiful Dresden, Ohio. And I'm gonna tell you, it is gonna be a beautiful night during that Freedom 50 on July 4th. Get out here early. It's gonna be a packed house. James Essex, Dustin Jarrett gonna be back here on the call. Myself, hopefully Andy Dice can, hopefully the nursing home will let Andy Dice out and let him come back and party with us. As we are just moments away from locking one driver into the July 4th Freedom 50 with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series right here at the Muskingum County Speedway. Like we said, 604 crate late models and UMP modifieds going to be on hand as well that evening. It's going to be a great party. Come on out. There will be fireworks at the end of the night, an amazing firework display. I keep forgetting about that. Fireworks, late models, hot burgers, ice-cold Pepsi products. I don't know what else you could ask for. Okay, I'm sure somebody's going to say free beer. I feel like that's a safety issue. As ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our 25-lap Lucas Oil Qualifier. It's going to line up a little bit something like this. Tag in the tail from Newark, Ohio in the 34. It'll be Aaron Scott. Your 8 starter from Reedsville, Ohio in the 32. It'll be Chad Roush. Starting 7th from Glendale, West Virginia, the 21G, Gary Gellner. And your 6th starter from Zanesville, Ohio in the 59, Tanner McLaughlin. Your 5th starter in the L19, it'll be Larry Holbrook. And starting 4th out of New Concord, Ohio, the 57, Caden Black. Your 3rd starter from Newark, Ohio, that'll be the 0 of Stephen Prince. And the front row looks like this. Starting 2nd in the Hot Shot 107, number 20 car, it'll be Zanesville's Todd Brennan. And on the pole, the Pivotal Propane 31 from Belmont, Ohio, Lincoln Smith. 9 drivers set to go 25 laps the distance. 1 driver is going to guarantee themselves a starting spot in the Freedom 50 on Saturday, July 4th. Lights out around the racetrack as we continue the month of Lucas here tonight. Lincoln Smith, Todd Brennan, Stephen Prince, Caden Black, Larry Holbrook, Tanner McLaughlin, Gary Gellner, Chad Roush, Aaron Scott, who will lock themselves into the Freedom 50 here at Muskingum County Speedway. First feature of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at the Lucas Oil Qualifier, it's time to bring the noise. Lincoln Smith going to get the early advantage here in this one in the 31 car. Down the back straightaway, Todd Brennan going to settle in second spot. Here comes Caden Black in third. Whole gaggle of cars for fourth is Tanner McLaughlin going to get the short end of that deal. McLaughlin way off the track, trying to turn it back on. And that car going to slow on the top side of turn number 4 as the battle for the second spot starts to heat up, but it's not going to mean anything as the caution flag going to fly. Tanner McLaughlin in the 59 car up and over the top side of turns 3 and 4. It actually started on the back straightaway. He was battling with, I believe, Larry Holbrook, Stephen Prince, and I want to say even Caden Black was in the middle of that mix. And McLaughlin right over the top side of the racing surface and could not pull himself back on the track. So we'll bring out the first caution flag, getting a beautiful shot from that Vampire Tear-Off's drone. So Vampire Tear-Offs, of course, the drone sponsor tonight. Great tear-offs for those on both the circle track and on the motocross course. They do tear-offs for both motocross riders and dirt track racers. So 1 lap down, 24 laps to go. It is Lincoln Smith, still your race leader. Todd Brennan second, Caden Black third, Larry Holbrook fourth, Steve Prince your top 5. Then it'll be Aaron Scott, Chad Roush, Gary Gellner, and now Tanner McLaughlin on the tail. 24 laps still to go to decide the Lucas Oil Qualifier. The one driver with that provisional into the Freedom 50. Green flags back out. We're back underway. Great restart for the 31 of Lincoln Smith. Todd Brennan going to take a look to the bottom. Here comes Caden Black around the top side. Brennan looking to stick around the Uke tires. Is Black going to try and push the cushion as we've got another yellow. Aaron Scott in the 34 car goes around to bring out this caution flag over in turns 1 and 2. Doesn't look like he's got any damage to that 34 car. As Tanner McLaughlin going to come to a stop on the front straightaway as well. So far it's felt like we've been driving in New York City. A lot of stopping and starting, as Lincoln Smith has just been the one dominant driver on the mark every time. As McLaughlin comes to a stop right at the entrance of turn number 1. Lincoln Smith, like we said, picked up his first super late model win a couple weeks back over at the Midway Speedway, not too far from here over in the Crooksville, Ohio area. Caden Black, a feature winner here this season as well. As lights are going to go out. Lincoln Smith, still your race leader. Todd Brennan runs in second, Caden Black third, Larry Holbrook, Stephen Prince, Chad Roush, Gary Gellner, Aaron Scott, and Tanner McLaughlin. Keep wanting to say that Brian Nether's in the 34 car. It's the Brian Nether's own car, but Aaron Scott racing it here this evening. As we get set to go back to green here. 1 down, 24 to go into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, green flags back out. We're back underway. Once again, great restart for Lincoln Smith. Caden Black going to try and reel in the 20 of Todd Brennan. Brennan going to shake him off, try and drive away. It looks like we're going to get another lap clicked off here. Lincoln Smith still your race leader. Smith still out in front. Todd Brennan trying to reel him in. As right around the bottom seems to be the preferred line here in this one. Caden Black running in third. Great battle between The 19 of Larry Holbrook, the 32 of Chad Roush, and the 0 of Stephen Prince. Holbrook slides up the track. Here comes Prince down to the bottom. Prince going to drive past the 19. Meanwhile, out front, we've got a race for the lead between Lincoln Smith and Todd Brennan. Brennan has caught, oh, hang on, or Todd Brennan nearly goes around. That's going to let Caden Black get to the back bumper. Black in the 57 trying to get past the 20 of Todd Brennan for the second spot, as it is all Lincoln Smith out in front of this one. Great shot from the Vampire Tear-Off's drone, as everybody's still sticking to the bottom. Brennan going to move up a lane. That's going to allow Caden Black to get to that bottom lane. 6 laps down, this time by for the 31 of Lincoln Smith. Caden Black going to take a look to the bottom of Todd Brennan, not going to make anything happen. 1.2 seconds separate Lincoln Smith and Todd Brennan. Lincoln Smith all alone out there. Man, what a story it would be to see him get that guaranteed starting spot in the Freedom 50. Steve Prince, your 4th place car right now, just 3 seconds back from your 4th or 3rd place runner, Caden Black. Caden Black takes another look to the bottom of Todd Brennan for the 2nd spot. Brennan gonna run the middle, Black around the bottom side by side nearly for the 2nd spot. Black gonna drive it in deep into turn number 3, but nothing's gonna happen there. It's still Todd Brennan in 2nd. As Lincoln Smith running away with this one. It's Lincoln Smith, Todd Brennan, Caden Black, your top 3. Stephen Prince, Larry Holbrook, Chad Roush, Aaron Scott, Tanner McLaughlin, your running order. Gary Gelner is pulled off for competition. He will call it a night. Caden Black takes another look to the bottom. Drag race to the line. At the line, Caden Black now in the 2nd spot. Black working to the bottom of Todd Brennan. Brennan still sticking up top. Side by side. That's your battle for the 2nd spot, as it looks like they might be slowly starting to close the gap on Lincoln Smith. Here comes Brennan around the top side. Todd Brennan back into that 2nd spot. Good battle for the 2nd spot, as yes, they do appear to be closing the gap every lap on Lincoln Smith. Todd Brennan still working the top side, trying to drive past the 57 of Caden Black. Brennan up top, Black on the bottom, but at the line it is still Caden Black. Caden Black by 1/100th of a second over Todd Brennan the last time by. As here they come, closing the gap as we've got a caution. Chad Roush spinning way out in the way out no man's land. And he has decided to take that car back to the pit. So Chad Roush going to be done for competition as we have 12 laps to go. And oh mama, it's shaping up to be a good one. Caden Black and Todd Brennan were battling really hard. Last time by was Black in that 2nd spot. But with how hard they were battling, they were actually starting to catch the 31 of Lincoln Smith. What a story that would be. Lincoln Smith, first year in a super late model, picked up his first super late model win a few weeks ago at the Midway Speedway and locking himself into one of the biggest races of the region, the Freedom 50. Caden Black running in the 2nd spot. And Black, another driver, a young gun, really starting to get his wits about himself in a super late model. Picked up a feature win here at Muskingum earlier in the season. And Todd Brennan in 3rd, the grizzled veteran. He's won at tracks all over the region. Locking himself into one of the biggest races of the year would be quite the deal for him. 12 laps left to go. Lincoln Smith brings us back to green. Top 3 had a great restart. Caden Black takes a look to the bottom. He's going to try and shake off Todd Brennan. Looks like Brennan needs a couple laps to get that car fired. As Brennan going to try the top side. Lincoln Smith all over the track, trying to make that car 3 lanes wide. Last time by, Lincoln Smith did have the faster lap time over the 57 of Caden Black. They will see 10 laps left to go this time for Lincoln Smith. As Caden Black is caught the back bumper of Lincoln Smith. Both going to dime it off the corner down the back straight away. Lincoln Smith still around the top side. Caden Black going way up high. Larry Holbrook in the L19 will pull off. As Lincoln Smith still out in front. But Caden Black not going to let him out of his sights anytime soon. Here comes Black down to the bottom. Side by side, that's your battle for the lead. Smith has the advantage. They go back into turn number 3. 8 laps to go. 8 laps for a guaranteed starting spot in the Lucas Oil Freedom 50. Lincoln Smith has dominated from the start of the green flag. Caden Black trying to steal it from him. Black right around the top side, and don't look now, but here comes Todd Brennan. Does Todd have enough time? Looks like Caden Black might have bobbled a little bit. Lincoln Smith slowed up quite a bit. Into turn number 3, Smith on the bottom, Black on the top side. 6 laps to go at the line. It is still Lincoln Smith, but Black gonna try to cross him over. Caden Black, they touch, around goes Lincoln Smith. Oh no, caution. Oh no. Things are getting feisty at Muskie. Caden Black tried to take a look to the bottom of Lincoln Smith, as we will get a replay for those of you watching on Apex Motoworks. See, Lincoln Smith pulled the slide job coming out of turn 4. Black saw it, goes down to the bottom, tries to repay the favor, and they might not have made contact. Lincoln Smith may have just lost it. See if this angle shows anything a little better. I can't tell if he might have hit a rut in turn 1 or if contact was made. I'll have to see if we can get a shot of the right side of the Pivotal Propane 31 car. I mean, from the look of the 57, they might have made contact, but I don't know if that's what sent the 31 around. We'll get a look one more time at the SRS suspension replay on Apex Motoworks. Lincoln Smith may have hit something. It may have hit a rut or something, and that might have been what sent him around. And Caden Black just happened to tap him. So tough break for Lincoln Smith in the 31 car. So with that, Lincoln is going to have to go to the tail. Can he get it done in 6 laps? That will give Caden Black the lead. Caden Black, your race leader. Todd Brennan right behind him. Seen these two lined up before. Stephen Prince in the 3rd spot. He could still come in and ruin the party. Anything can happen here. 6-lap dash to decide who's making their way into the Freedom 50. Green flags back out. We're underway. Caden Black showing them into turn number 1. Todd Brennan trying the bottom. Could that have been the winning move right there? Lincoln Smith going to try and fight his way back up. 5 laps to go. It is all Caden Black out in front. Todd Brennan, not as fast as Caden Black last time by, as Lincoln Smith has already fought his way back up to the 4th spot. 4 laps left to go for Caden Black. Feature winner here this season in the 57 car. Coming around to see 3 laps to go this time by. After some unfortunate luck with Lincoln Smith, one man's misfortune, maybe another man's fortune. Caden Black, you are 2 laps away from a guaranteed starting spot in the Freedom 50. 3 seconds separate Caden Black and Todd Brennan. White flag going to fly. One more circuit around the Muskingum County Speedway. We've seen him have bad luck, and we've seen him have good luck, but this could be the start of something revolutionary. Into turn 3, out of turn 4, checkered flag flies. Caden Smith, you are in the show. Caden Black, excuse me. Caden Black, you are in the show. Sounds like the engine on the 57 car running just a little warm. As Caden Black will bring the Mallets Concrete Joyride Transportation 57 car down to Muskingum County Victory Lane. Working on taking the belts off here. And climbing out of the car, he's picked himself up the guaranteed spot. Caden Black is in the show. Man, Caden, what a race that was. First off, 8 laps to go. Talk about what happened down in turn 1 with you and Lincoln Smith.
Man, I found the top, I think, before anybody, so I just tried to send it, and hopefully I cleared him. I don't know if I did, but it'll be all right. He get one back from last week. So, yeah, we had all kinds of trouble. Tonight we had brake problems all night long, so my crew tried to hurry up and get it done, and thankfully they did. So, man, it's awesome to be standing here. This car is really good.
How big of a deal is this for you? You have got yourself, you're the first driver in line for a track provisional for that July 4th Freedom 50. How big of a deal is that for you and this team?
Man, that's a big stress reliever. Now I don't have to go run the guts out of this motor to try to make it with them Lucas guys. So, I mean, I'm obviously still going to try. I want to get in the show just out of heat race. But if not, at least I know I got a provisional to back up on.
We saw you, too. We saw your crew kind of run over to the engine right after the race. Did it start running a little hot towards the end there?
Yeah, it got a little hot. Just all the crumbs and stuff. I mean, you can't really do much about it. Riding behind somebody, all the mud just goes up in the radiator. But we were able to get it cooled down, and it's just fine now.
Who do you got to thank in this 57 car?
Man, I got a lot of amazing sponsors. Joyride Transportation, Muskingum Valley Oral Surgery, Bicon Services, Longhorn Chassis for everything. Pete with Precision Suspension, man, he's turned my program around. And Adams Brothers, Zimba Brothers, Kenworth, Tide Torg Racing, just everybody else that helps. I can't appreciate it. My girlfriend for selling T-shirts, my whole entire family, my whole crew. I can't thank them enough.
A lot of fun. Congratulations, your feature winner, Caden Black. As we're going to draw a 50-50 ticket. $410 to the winner. Where can they go to pick it up? To the Brown office. Winning ticket number 481261. 481261. Congratulations, you've won $410. You can head to the Brown building to pick up your money. So Caden Black picking up the feature win. He is the first driver in line for a track provisional. If by chance Caden makes it into the show out of a heat race, that provisional will then go to Todd Brennan, Stephen Prince, Lincoln Smith, Aaron Scott, Tanner McLaughlin, Larry Holbrook, Chad Roush, and Gary Gellner. Of those 9 drivers, the highest finishing driver of this field who does not transfer into the Lucas Oil Freedom 50 A main will get a track provisional and we'll start on the tail of that feature event. Congrats again to Caden Black as we continue right along with Dirt Car UMP Modified action. 20 laps of the distance, going to line up a little something like this on the tail. From Hubbard, Ohio, in the 7L, it will be Colton Longwell. And outside, row number 11 from Dresden, Ohio, in the 99, it's Derek Davis. To his inside, in the 916, it's Ryan Haynes. Row number 10 to the outside from Newark, Ohio, the 190, that is Timmy Glassford. And to his inside, out of Mansfield, Ohio, in the 11H, it's Matt Hensel. Row 9 to the outside from Mount Vernon, Ohio, the 76J, that is Jeremy Waite. And his inside from Danville, Ohio, in the 10, it's Nathan Loney. Row number 8 to the outside from Hartville, Ohio, in the 12L, it is Mitchell Lamb. And to his inside from Orient, Ohio, the 29, it's Danny Moore. Row number 7 to the outside from Bethsaida, Ohio, in the 15, it's the legend Larry Jarrett. And his inside in the ace, it's Cole Elkins from Zanesville, Ohio. Row number 6 to the outside from Cambridge, Ohio, the 327, it is Josh Ladd. And to his inside from Loudonville, Ohio, it's Hump Day, Jimmy Humphrey. Run number 5 to the outside from Canal Winchester, Ohio, the 13M. That is Mitchell Opatic, and is inside from Jamestown, Ohio, the 17 of Nick Snell. Your 4th row to the outside from Plainfield, Ohio. That is the 12 of Kevin Davis, and to his inside from Athens, Ohio, it'll be the 7 of Zach Carr. Row 3 to the outside, that'll be the 5 of Jess Hartman, and his inside from Gallipolis, Ohio, in the 9R, it's J.P. Roberts. Row 2 to the outside from Wellsburg, West Virginia, that is the 17E of Lance Elson, and his inside from Zanesville in the 41, it's Brad Goff. And the front row, we will see the driver who got a last turn, last lap win in his heat race, the 42, that is Cody Parker. And on the pole from Zanesville, Ohio, in the 11, it is Jason Brennan. Like we said, race fans, the 9 drivers that just determined our track provisional lineup. They will all be competing on Saturday, July 4th for the Freedom 50. Hope to see you out there for that event. Tickets on sale now at myracepass.com. Lights are out. Green flag next time by. It'll be Jason Brennan in the 11 car. Cowboy Cody Parker in the 42 car. Brad Goff in the 41. Lance Elson, the 17. J.P. Roberts in the 9. Jess Hartman in the 5. 20 laps the distance here at Muskingum County Speedway. Second feature of the night here for the Lucas Oil Qualifiers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's modified time at Muskingum County. We're green. Three wide for second between Parker, Goff, and Roberts. Jason Brennan currently leading the charge. They go into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, looks like the opening lap going to go to the 11 of Jason Brennan. J.P. Roberts going to slide into that second spot in that VP Racing Fuels number 9 car. He'll look to the bottom of Cody Parker. Parker on the top side, Roberts on the bottom. Man, throw a blanket on those top 5 cars. Brad Goff running in the 4th spot. Jess Hartman, that is your top 5. 2 down, 18 to go here in modified competition. Right now, Brennan still showing the way. Looks like the top line going to be the preferred line here in modified competition. J.P. Roberts right around the middle. Trying to claw his way through the field. Great battle between Zach Carr and Kevin Davis. That is your battle for the 8th spot. As right now it is all Jason Brennan all the time out in front. It's Jason Brennan, Cody Parker. Here comes Brad Goff. Goff going to give us a battle for the 3rd spot between him and Hartman as one car around in turn 4. Mitchell Opatic in the 13 car goes around over in turn number 4 to bring out this first caution flag of competition. Boy, what a great start we had there. Great battles all over the racetrack. Jason Brennan has kind of checked out early in this one. Cody Parker running in the 2nd spot. J.P. Roberts 3rd. Brad Goff and Jess Hartman started getting into a really good battle for the 4th spot right before that caution flag came out. So 4 down, 16 laps left to go. UMP Modifieds, they will be running on that July 4th show, the Freedom 50. Well, we have them back in action. I believe last year we had, I want to say 32 cars signed in with us for the Modifieds. If you like late models and you like Modifieds, the Freedom 50 is definitely the place to be. So we're going to get the lineup straight here. Jason Brennan, your race leader. Cody Parker runs in second. JP Roberts Jr. third. Brad Goff fourth. Jess Hartman, your current top 5. Then it will be the 17G of Lance Elson, Nick Snell, Kevin Davis, Zach Carr, and now the ace of Cole Elkins make up your top 10. So lights are going to go out around the racetrack. We will get set to go green here next time by. The 2 modified feature winners that we've had this season here at Muskingum County Speedway, the 2 different ones we've had, have been the 101 of Jesse Wisecarver and the 10 of Nathan Loney. Wisecarver not in competition tonight, and Loney a scratch for feature competition. So we will see a new modified winner, the 3rd different winner of UMP modified action here at the Muskingum County Speedway. All right, we'll go green this next time by. It is Jason Brennan out in front. Brother Todd Brennan just picked up the 2nd place spot in that last feature event with the late models. As it'll be a single file restart here. 4 laps down, 16 laps left to go in UMP modified action here at the Muskingum County Speedway. Jason Brennan going to go around the top. He'll fire at the cone, turn 4, green flags back out. We're back underway. Here comes JP Roberts taking a look to the bottom. Jess Hartman taking a look to the bottom as well. Hartman and Roberts both going to be unsuccessful in their passes. Don't look now, but here comes Lance Elson as Jess Hartman takes another look to the bottom of Brad Goff. That is your battle for the 4th spot. Drag race the line 3 wide for 4th. It is still the 41 of Brad Goff at the line in the 4th spot. Goff going to take a look to the bottom of JP Roberts. Roberts going to still hold on to the 3rd spot. As now here comes the 17 of Nick Snell. Snell trying to move up 3 positions as it is all Jason Brennan all alone right now. Jason Brennan always been really fast everywhere he's gone. He's been on the door of a few feature wins here at Muskingum, but could not pull it off. Could tonight be the night that Jason Brennan gets it done? JP Roberts trying to reel in the 42 of Parker. As now Nick Snell in that 4th spot over Jess Hartman. Brad Goff trying to get past Hartman for the 5th spot. Still not going to happen. Here comes Lance Elson. Elson going to go for 6th over the 41 of Brad Goff. It is all Jason Brennan here in this one, as we've got 1 car caution. Matt Hensel in the 11 goes around to bring out the caution flag, the 2nd caution flag of modified competition here this evening. So Matt Hensel going to get that 11 car refired. What a run so far for the 11 of Jason Brennan. He's been close to some feature wins here before, but just could never pull it off. Right now, Brennan looking strong. He's led since the drop of the green flag. Jason Brennan, your race leader. Cody Parker running in the 2nd spot. JP Roberts in 3rd. And from there on back, what a battle it's been. Nick Snell currently in the 4th spot. And Jess Hartman, right now your top 5. Brad Goff and Lance Elson have both been in that mix as well. So really 7th on up, you could throw almost a blanket from 2nd to 7th. As like I said, Jason Brennan has been all alone out in front this entire race. 6 laps down, 12 laps left to go here for UMP modified competition at the Muskingum County Speedway. Jason Brennan bringing us back to that start zone in turn number 4. Green flags back out. We're back underway. JP Roberts takes another look to the bottom of Cody Parker, side by side down the back straightaway. Parker with the advantage. We're going to turn number 3. Parker still sticks to the top side. JP Roberts going to try the bottom. Down the front straightaway, it is still Parker at the line in 2nd. Battle now for the 5th spot. Here comes Jess Hartman. Hartman has found something on the top side. He's going to make a run past Nick Snell. Here comes JP Roberts past the 42 of Parker. Cross flags this time for the 11 of Jason Brennan and move that 9 car up to 2nd. My goodness, great battle. Battle for 2nd, battle for 4th, battles all over the racetrack. As here comes Nick Snell. Nick Snell right around the Uke tires. Jess Hartman around the top. JP Roberts trying to check out of that one and set his sights on Jason Brennan. As Nick Snell still working the bottom at the line. It is still the 42 of Parker in 3rd. Parker trying to reel JP Roberts back in as now Nick Snell takes a look to the bottom. Snell going to slide up front of the 42 of Parker. Parker works the top side. Snell on the bottom side. Parker way up high. He's going to lose some ground. Now Nick Snell will take 3rd. Jess Hartman going to try to take advantage of Cody Parker's mistake. And it might pay off. Here comes Lance Elson in the mix right now. 3-car battle for the 5th spot. Excuse me, the 4th spot. Now the 5 of Jess Hartman in 4th. My goodness. This track looking beautiful tonight. Jason Brennan has checked out in this one. Setting his sights on that checkered flag. 6 laps left to go. Here comes Nick Snell. Snell going to take a look to the bottom of JP Roberts for 2nd. Roberts runs the middle side. Snell running the bottom. Side by side down the back straightaway. It is still Roberts with that 2nd place advantage as they will work on getting past the lap car of Matt Hensel. Jason Brennan, meanwhile, all alone out there. Four laps left to go this time for Jason Brennan. Nice and smooth through lap traffic. Picking them off one by one. It's battle for 2nd, still trying to heat up between JP Roberts and Nick Snell. They'll see 3 laps to go this time. Down the front straightaway, it is still Roberts with that 2nd place advantage. Nick Snell trying to get by him. They'll work through turns 1 and 2. Roberts down to the bottom. He'll try to slide up in front of Jeremy Waite as they will see 2 laps to go this time. Meanwhile, battle for the 4th spot. That's starting to get a little frisky between Lance Elson and Jess Hartman. Elson on the bottom, Hartman on the top side. White flag gonna fly, 1 lap left to go for Jason Brennan. As now Lance Elson gets past Hartman for 4th. But I don't think Elson's gonna have enough time to catch Nick Snell. He'll head into turn 3 and out of turn number 4. Dominating performance, Jason Brennan wins tonight's modified feature event. Jason Brennan bringing that number 11 KT3 chassis down to victory lane here at Muskingum County Speedway. Qualifier, heat race winner, And he'll add feature winner to the resume here this evening. Brother Todd joining him down in victory lane. Climbing out of the car, tonight's feature winner, Jason Brennan. Jason getting the congrats from Donnie Moran. Man, Jason, in my short time working here at Muskingum County Speedway, I've seen you knock on the door, come so close in feature wins, and finally breaking through tonight and getting that feature win. It's got to feel good.
Yes, it does. I mean, I've been trying for years. I've got sport mod features here, but never the UMP open mod. And I've been doing a lot of homework, a lot of digging, a lot of garage work, just to try to get faster and faster. I mean, it's doing all right. This Diamond KT3, it's on its third win in 4 seconds. So I just want to thank Diamond, Ryan at Diamond, for everything he does. Mostly want to thank my wife for putting up with me, acting crazy in the garage, not coming in to eat, stupid stuff like that. And I want to give another thanks out to my brother. He helps me, and my kids. They do a lot too, helping me here and there. So it all becomes a together program. So I just tell them all thanks.
That homework really seemed time, won your heat race and won the feature. What did you do to the car tonight that was different from any other night here at Muskie?
Nothing.
Just got up on the wheel more?
Yeah, I don't touch this car.
A couple weeks for the Freedom 50?
Yes, sir.
And where can we find you until then?
Not sure yet. Not yet. Not sure yet. Because I went last week at the beginning of the week and ran Super Nationals, the Summer Nationals, at Brownsville, the Bull Gap or something. I ended up 7th, so I'm just going to keep digging and trying to do the best work I can do.
Well, hopefully this is the start of something good for you. Congratulations. Feature winner tonight, Jason Brennan. So congrats again to Jason Brennan, tonight's UMP modified feature winner. 604 crate late models lined up on the back straightaway. It's going to line up a little bit like this. Looks like everybody's going to make the call. It'll be Pierce Newland starting on the tail in the 46 car to Cambridge, Ohio. And a row 4 to his outside, on the outside of row number 4 from Martinsburg, Ohio. On the 29, it's the milkman, Scott Smith. Inside row 4 from Pennsboro, West Virginia. In the 37, it's Logan Reed. Row 3 to the outside from New York, Ohio. In the 44, it'll be Rusty Redmond. And to his inside from Zanesville, Ohio. In the 444, it's Anthony Kincaid. Row 2 to the outside from Newark, Ohio. In the 34, it'll be Brian Nethers. And his inside from Columbus, Ohio. In the 27, Lauren Longbreak. The front row going to look like this. It will be the 1-star from Conneaut, Ohio, Jeff Watson. And on the pole from Novelty, Ohio. In the 31, Logan Stockdale. 20 laps the distance for your 604 crate late models. So don't forget, too, in a couple of weeks, Saturday, July 4th, the Freedom 50 right here at Muskingum County Speedway with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. We'll also have the UMP Modifieds and the 604 crate late models. As lights will go out, green flag next time by. Logan Stockdale, Jeff Watson, your front row for the 604 crate late models here at Muskingum County Speedway. They will reach turn number 4, ladies and gentlemen. It is your A main showdown for the 604s here at Muskingum County Speedway. Lauren Longbreak down to the bottom, gonna try to slide up front of Logan Stockdale, trying to clog the track 3 wide as they go into turn 1. Here comes Jeff Watson. My, oh my, what a race here. Stockdale right around the top side. Hang on to her. Jeff Watson grabbing that lead. Lauren Longbreak gonna try and slide job down to the second. Side by side, it'll be Longbreak in the second spot. Here comes Brian Nethers trying to get past Stockdale for third. Stockdale on the top side in the 31, Nethers in the 34 on the bottom. Jeff Watson finally has that feature lead. Picked up the points championship during the Ronnie Moran Memorial Weekend. My goodness, what a start that was. Here comes the 37 of Logan Reed. Reed splitting the gap between Stockdale and Kincaid. Throw a blanket on pretty much the whole field. Here comes Logan Reed. Reed picking him off one by one. Logan Reed started in the 7th spot up to 4th. And he is not looking to slow down anytime soon. He's going to set his sights on the 34 of Brian Nethers and the 27 of Lauren Longbreak. Logan Reed takes another look to the bottom. He'll try a 2-for-1 special. He'll take Brian Nethers. He will take Lauren Longbreak. My goodness, Logan Reed driving like my mom coming home from a family vacation. Mad and over it. Wow. Here comes Lauren Longbreak back on the bottom. She's going to try and slide the 37 car. Not going to happen, though, as the 37 now in the 2nd spot. Logan Reed trying to track down Jeff Watson. My goodness. Here comes Brian Nethers taking another look to the inside of Lauren Longbreak. That's your battle for the 3rd spot. Another 34. Whoa, hang on to her. Lauren Longbreak over the top side. Here comes Kincaid. Anthony Kincaid. He's going to pass by both of them. They both go to the top. Brian Nethers goes way down to the bottom. We'll go 3 wide into turn number 1. Brian Nethers on the bottom. Lauren Longbreak in the middle, but it's Kincaid in the 3rd spot. Oh my goodness, and don't look now. Logan Reed trying to close the gap on Jeff Watson. Here comes Brian Nethers taking a look to the bottom for 3rd. Brian Nethers, hang on to her. Problems on the front stretch, yellow. Oh my. Caution flag coming out as Lauren Longbreak goes around. She made contact, I believe, with Brian Nethers, and Kincaid goes around on the front straightaway. I believe we have an SRS suspension instant replay. Take a look what happened here. Oh, Kincaid got sideways and nowhere for Longbreak to go. She went right into the left side of the 444 machine. Man, those guys were battling for that 2nd spot on back. As looks like Kincaid gonna go up on the hook in the 444. Lauren Longbreak gonna get a push here as the 444 Kincaid gonna be done for competition. Wow, that was a lot in 8 laps. Ooh, heavy damage to the right front of Lauren Longbreak's car now that we see that car getting turned around. We'll see if we can get a better shot of the 27 car. As that tire looks to be pushed in, as now the helmet has come off. Lauren Longbreak, I believe, done for this event. As see the tire, we'll take one more look at that wreck, man. 444 Kincaid just loses it on the top side. What a hit. Everybody does appear to be okay. As, man, Kincaid got rocked. Anthony Kincaid, Lauren Longbreak, Brian Nethers, Logan Reed, Logan Stockdale was in the middle of it, all battling. They all were in 2nd at some point, it felt like. Logan Reed went from 7th to 2nd in a span of about 5 laps and has caught the 1 star of Watson. Man, if you like what you're seeing now, you will love when these guys come back on July 4th for the Freedom 50. All right. Everybody's taking a deep breath. Everybody's gotten water. We're going to get the cars moved off the track. We are 8 laps down, 12 laps left to go here in crate late model action. Jeff Watson is currently your race leader. Logan Reed runs in the 2nd spot. Brian Nethers in 3rd. Logan Stockdale in 4th. Rusty Redmond currently your top 5. Then it is Scott Smith in the 29. And Pierce Newland in the 46 car makes up your running order. 8 laps down, 12 laps left to go here in crate late model competition. As we get set to go back to green. Green flag flies, we're back underway. Here comes Logan Reed. Reed gonna go to the top side of Watson. They'll go side by side down the back straightaway. Logan Reed going to take over the top spot from Watson. Does Watson have anything for him? Out of turn number 4, it's gonna be Logan Reed out in front now. Jeff Watson runs in 2nd. Brian Nethers, though, gonna take a look to the bottom. Side by side, he tries the slider, doesn't make it work that time by. 10 laps down, 10 laps left to go for the 37 of Logan Reed. Man, Logan Reed, I think, passed the most cars anybody's done all night. Here comes Logan Stockdale for 3rd. Stockdale in the 31 takes a look to the bottom of the 34, Brian Nethers. Nethers going to try and drive away and take another look at the 1 star of Watson. This is your race for the 2nd spot. Nethers in the 34, Watson in the 1 star. Nethers, they may have touched for just a second. Watson up around the top side. Nethers on the bottom, side by side into turn number 3. Here comes Brian Nethers, going to finally try the slide job. He's going to try and block the 1 star at the line. He will move the 34 of Nethers to 2nd. Now Jeff Watson takes another look to the bottom, side by side. That's your race for the 2nd spot. Nethers up top, Watson down low. Nethers trying to shake off the 1 star of Watson. And the battle for 4th going to heat up here. Here comes the 44 of Rusty Redmond, right around the 31 of Logan Stockdale. Stockdale holds on to 4th. Redmond on the top side. Rusty Redmond going to try and rip the cushion in the 44. Can't make it happen. Here comes the 31 slides. Oh no! The 31 of Logan Stockdale way up over the top of the track. Now Jeff Watson. Watson way off, way out of the ballpark. We will stay clean and green for now. As no, we won't. That car has come to a stop. Oh, man. The night gets rougher and rougher for the 1 star. Your driver, who started outside pole, Logan Reed finally gets by him. And got a little bit of something here. We'll take a look at a replay on the Apex Motoworks channel, thanks to SRS Suspension. As getting a good look at the 31 of Logan Stockdale. Stockdale, one of the many drivers that has slid way off that track. And it looked like right after that was when the 1 star of Watson decided to try and go for a dip in the Moran swimming pool. I'm always just assuming they have a swimming pool. I don't know if Donnie actually has one. I know their house is way out there. They do? Okay, they do. Okay, they do have a pool. So he was trying to go for a swim. I can be correct in saying that. 6 laps left to go for the 37 of Logan Reed. Brian Nethers in the 34. Can he pull off another great move? Rusty Redmond in 4th. It's anybody's race here. 6 laps to go. Green's back out at Muskingum. Here comes Brian Nethers. Nethers takes a look to the bottom of Logan Reed. Can't make it happen there. He'll try it again in 3 and 4. Rusty Redmond gonna go with him. I think things may have fizzled out though. 5 to go this time for the 37 of Logan Reed. Jeff Watson gonna try and salvage something back from this one. Here comes the 31 car of Stockdale to the bottom of Redmond for third. Stockdale works the bottom, Redmond around the top side. Logan Reed gonna see 4 to go this time by. Logan Reed, right, hitting his marks. Brian Nethers hoping for a mistake or maybe another shot. Nethers may be closing the gap here. 3 laps to go. Did Nethers decide that it's go time? Here comes Brian Nethers in the 34. Logan Reed, 37. Brian Nethers, 34. It's going to be a drag race. Here comes Nethers to the bottom. They'll touch going into turn number 3. Out of turn 4. Drag race to the line with 2 to go. You've got a new race leader. It's Brian Nethers. Nethers going to try and slide up front of Logan Reed. Reed around the top side. He'll try and do the crossover down the back straightaway. Logan Reed being blocked by Brian Nethers. Rusty Redmond in the mix. White flag gonna fly. 1 lap to go for the Crate Late Models here at Muskingum County Speedway. My, oh my, Brian Nethers saved and bought his time, and it may have paid off. The driver who started 4th, I think was back in 7th at one point, and he will see the checkered flag. Brian Nethers wins a thriller with the Crate Late Models. He's got enough breath to climb on top of it. Brian, I don't know what that was like inside the car, but from my vantage point up in the tower, there was maybe 6 of you guys I thought in that feature at any given time.
Yes, that was a heck of a race. It was like bumblebees everywhere out there. And I got to say, I hate it that I got into my friend Logan. I would never do that intentionally, and it was just a racing thing. But he is a damn good friend, and I hope that he's not upset with me. But hell yeah, we won.
Man, it seemed like you were almost biding your time there. Were you trying to save the car maybe for the last little bit and make a charge at the end? Did luck just happen to go in your way?
There wasn't no saving nothing. I was balls to the walls and giving it to it. So that's all I can say.
What do you got to think of this 34 car?
First of all, I got to thank this whole crew over here, Josh, my wife, Aaron, Austin, all these little kids. They come and support me days in, day out, so I got to thank them. I got the SWAT. Every time they show up, I win. So I don't know. I guess they're going to have to make room in the toter for them. Right small engine, G&M, bulldozing. Oh, I can't think of everything right now. Who else? Oh, Vito Pro Pack. And who am I missing? I don't know. Simply Sweets, Grilling and Chillin'. Grilling and Chillin' fed everybody for the Dirt Cup, and I heard it was outstanding food. So they're a great sponsor and great friend. So thank you.
We're gonna come see you defend your win on July 4th.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I look forward to seeing you from the 34 of Brian Nethers. If you like what you saw with the first 3 classes, the Super Late Models, the Modifieds, and the 604 Crates, that is what you will see on Saturday, July 4th at the Freedom 50. But don't go anywhere because this is probably going to be show of the mini stocks up next. As it sounds like our guys from Apex actually talked with my good buddy Todd Gallion in the 51 car.
All right, we are here with the 51 of Todd Gallion, the Outlaw Hobby Stock driver. One of the cleanest hobby stock cars you're going to see out there. I mean, it looks beautiful. Todd, how long have you been racing, and what brings you out to Muskingum County Speedway tonight?
I started racing in 1997 at Lakeville, racing what was a mini stock at the time. Home track's not racing tonight, so we decided to come down here.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here. And When you guys come out, I mean, everybody wants to win. What's it going to take to win tonight, you think?
Be consistent, good lap times, and keep out of trouble.
Words of wisdom from the 51 of Todd Gallion. Look for him in the Outlaw Hobby Stock class.
Well, as soon as I said, let's send it to Valagmino, Tristan Moran up here decided we're gonna roll him. So thank you, Tristan, for cutting us off. Lights are out on the racetrack. 15 laps for the nightcap here with the Lucas Oil Qualifier with the Outlaw Mini Stocks. Last time we'll see the Mini Stocks here at Muskingum County Speedway until August the 1st with the American Big Rig Series. 15 laps of fury with the high revving, door banging, bumper beating Mini Stocks. Dennis Atkins in the 4, David Potter in the 100. Out of turn number 4, we're green. Down into turn number 1, it'll be Atkins leading the charge. Potter sitting right there in the 2nd spot. Aaron Holt in the 3rd spot. Battle for the 2nd spot between Aaron Holt and Potter. Potter going to try and secure the 2nd spot from Aaron Holt. Potter right around the top side. Aaron Holt trying to make something work, trying to hold on to that car. And it is going to be Dennis Atkins leading the opening charge. Dennis Atkins all alone out there. Potter runs in the 2nd spot. Aaron Holt running in 3rd. Aaron Holt gets a run on the 100 of Potter. Got on the back straightaway in turn number 3. Take a look to the middle side. Potter still right around the top side. It is still Dennis Atkins out in front. Meanwhile, the battle for 4th on back starting to heat up. Todd Gallion trying to make a run on Tom Wilson. Here comes Wes Staley down to the bottom. Staley and Wilson going to go side by side down the back straightaway. It's now battle for the 3rd spot as well, starting to heat up between Trent Bishop and Roy Ehrenholt. Dennis Atkins all alone out in front. Bishop takes a look to the bottom. Meanwhile, that gaggle for cars in the back. Tom Wilson, Wes Staley, Valagmino, and Todd Gallion. All those drivers 4th on back, side by side for the 4th spot. It is Staley on the bottom, Wilson on the top side. Gallion gonna maybe try and take a look. Here comes Gallion to the top side. We'll go 3 wide with the Mini Stocks into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, who's it gonna be at the line? It's Gallion. So Todd Gallion right now with that 4th spot. Wes Staley goes way down to the bottom, trying to take the 4th spot from Gallion. They'll drag race down the back straightaway. It'll still be Gallion with the advantage. It is all Dennis Atkins out in front. Atkins, Potter, Aaron Holt, and Bishop. You're not missing anything there. So correction, that is your race for the 5th spot. As Todd Gallion with the 5th spot over Wes Staley. Tom Wilson all over the back bumper of Staley. Valagmino way down to the bottom of the racetrack. Great battle for the 6th spot here in your Mini Stocks. As it is all Dennis Atkins out in front. He has opened up quite the sizable lead over David Potter. Valagmino still works the bottom side. Tom Wilson right there battling with him. Todd Gallion starting to shake off the other 3 drivers. As there you get a good look at that lead that Dennis Atkins has over the 100 of David Potter. Potter running in the 2nd spot. Roy Ehrenholt right there on his back bumper as Valagmino finally gets past Tom Wilson. There's the battle for the 2nd spot. David Potter in 2nd, Roy Ehrenholt in 3rd. Potter in the 100, Ehrenholt in the 310. Take him out of turn number 4. It is still David Potter holding on to that 2nd spot. As what a lead Dennis Atkins has over the field. Still getting a good view of that battle between Wes Staley and Valagmino. That is your battle for the 5th spot right now. The way they run it is Dennis Atkins in 1st, David Potter in 2nd, Roy Ehrenholt in 3rd, Trent Bishop runs 4th, Todd Gallion 5th, Wes Staley, Valagmino, and Tom Wilson. That is your current running order here at the Muskingum County Speedway. 5 fingers up, 5 laps left to go for the 4 of Dennis Atkins. No stranger to success. I believe this might be the first time all season we've seen Atkins at Muskingum County Speedway. The lone Honda in the field. As now Valagmino makes a pass for the 5th spot over Wes Staley. Great battle between those two. Nino on the bottom, Staley on the top side. Like I said, that is your battle for the 5th spot at the moment. It is Mino in 5th. Dennis Atkins starting to reach lap traffic with just 4 laps left to go. Aaron Hall looks like he might be trying to buy his time past 100 Potter. Potter up and over the top of the track. That is going to allow Roy Ehrenholt to get past him for second. As Dennis Atkins still works through lap traffic. A good shot at David Potter. He's going to try the low side. Maybe even something wrong with that 100 car. As white flag going to fly. Yes, something, a problem for David Potter off the pace. As Dennis Atkins trying to make his way around the track. White flag going to fly this time. 1 lap left to go for the 4 of Dennis Atkins. What a dominating feature he has had in that Honda Civic. As Roy Ehrenholt working past lap traffic, but about a whole straightaway lead into turn number 3, out of turn 4. Wrapping up the night to victory lane, Dennis Atkins gets it done with the Outlaw Hobby Stocks. Already has the helmet off, ready to celebrate this one. The lone Honda in the field against 1 Ford and a gang of Chevys. And in dominating fashion, climbing out of the car, your feature winner, Dennis Atkins. Man, Dennis absolutely dominated the field. I think he had about a whole straightaway over second place. You had this thing on point tonight.
Yeah, she was working pretty good tonight. I was just mostly kind of testing her out a little bit, but just seemed to be tested pretty good, I think.
We're going to see you back here in August with the big rigs to defend your title?
I don't know. It just depends on the payout, I guess. We're chasing the money.
I know you travel around a lot. Where are we going to see you next with this 4-car?
Oh, well, it's hard to tell, but most likely it's going to be down south somewhere.
Who all do you got to thank on this machine?
Well, most likely just my dad and my Uncle Roger and everybody that helps me work on the car and get it to where it is, and my wife for letting me do it.
A lot of watching. Congratulations. Your feature winner, Dennis Atkins. That is going to wrap up the 2026 Lucas Oil Qualifier. We hope to see you all back on Saturday, July 4th for the Freedom 50, featuring the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the 604 Crate Late Models, and the UMP Dirt Car Modifieds. And then don't forget, Saturday, August the 1st, we will have the Outlaw Hobby Stocks and the American Big Rig Series right here at Muskingum County Speedway. That's going to do it, though, here at Muskingum. For everybody at Apex Motoworks, thank you guys for everybody for tuning in. Thank you for all of you race fans for coming out here. And I speak on behalf of the entire Moran family. My name has been William Burkhart. Make sure to buckle up before you start up. We'd love to see you back here on July 4th. And we will see you back here then. Till then, take it easy, and we will see you back on July 4th. Good night.